Hello, my lovely Aquarians, and a very warm welcome to your June 2020 horoscope. This is a huge month up in those heavens because we've got eclipses this month, and the energy of eclipses can last for up to 6 months afterwards, sometimes even more. So this is an opportunity for transformational life changes. Also, we've got Venus still retrograde all month, ruling your love and your finances. And on the 18th of the month, Mercury joins in and goes retrograde until the 11th of July. So how do you deal with this mix of energies? Well, the first thing to say is get ready for some changes. The status quo, you might not be able to maintain that. So I'm going to suggest that you don't even try to keep things the same. Don't look for too much stability, because this is very much about an opportunity for learning to live with uncertainty, learning to live with things in flux, and even maybe learning to enjoy it, because you're living with the unexpected. You're living with thinking that you know, but not really knowing. And you are ruled by Uranus, lovely Aquarians. So for you, you love the element of surprise. Some of you don't, I know. But some of you, really, this element of surprise, of something new, of thinking outside the box, because with all the retrograde planets, it's going to be important to back off from a situation maybe that's bothering you. Might be a relationship, might be your finances, your health. It's an opportunity with the retrograde energy to take a step back. Rather than pushing forward with things that maybe aren't working, or maybe are just moving rather slowly at the moment, it's an opportunity to get a different perspective, to not be so emotionally embroiled in it, and maybe to pretend that the problems are not yours, but they're somebody else's. And what would you advise that person? What would you say to somebody else? So it's like just backing off will enable you to come up with some creative solutions to things that might have been bothering you for quite a while. So this is how you can use the astrology constructively. Yes, people get frightened. They say, oh, retrograde this, oh. Okay, so during a retrograde Mercury, it's not the best time for signing contracts. But if you do have to sign a contract, just check it over a lot of times and have somebody else look over it for you as well. There are things you can do. Venus retrograde, okay, not the best time for buying big ticket items. But if you do and you see something you really like, keep the receipts and warranties, so that when Venus goes direct again, you can take it back if you don't like it anymore. So that's the flavour of the month. Now let's look at what's happening for you. On the 4th of the month, we've got a lunar eclipse happening up here in your 11th house, lovely Aquarians. A lunar eclipse shines a light in an area wanting you particularly to make changes. Yes, when the moon becomes full, it's a time when people go a little crazy sometimes, but it's also an opportunity for things to change, to move. And we've got this activation of the 5th house and the 11th house, with the Sun and Venus retro there in the 5th, and the 11th house with the eclipse. So, what does this mean? Well, first of all, you might be changing your social circles. The people you mix with, you might be saying, I'm ready for a change. Or maybe somebody you know, a friend, moves away. Or you don't see somebody that you used to see very regularly. But maybe it's making a space for somebody new to come in, for something different to happen in your relationships. These houses have very much a lot to do with fun, with enjoyment, with pleasure. And then we're sharing that with others. So Venus retro here for you, Aquarius. What do you enjoy? It's a time to reflect on all the creative things that you like. To reflect on, could I have a bit more fun in my life? Could I see this situation from a funny perspective? A different perspective. Maybe somebody who's been upsetting you for a while. Maybe you could imagine them very, very small, like a teeny, teeny, weeny little dwarf, tiny, tiny. And maybe that gives you a different perspective on the power that you've given to that person. So it's very much an opportunity to change a serious perspective into maybe an absurd perspective. Yeah, one that makes it just look crazy. What was I so serious about? Yes, I know I get that way with comments. I can read 200 positive comments and then one horrible comment, and I'm thinking for an hour afterwards only about the horrible comment. So where have you got things a little out of balance, and where can you bring them into balance? Certainly a relationship from your past can come back into your life. And also, it's an opportunity for romancing yourself, for re-evaluating, where can I be creative? What can I do creatively? Because when you begin to be creative, you bring yourself alive. Yes, who created the world? Imagine creating this world. Whatever God or being created it, wow! And we are a spark of that creator. So what's that spark in you that you want to illuminate during this month? You'll have an opportunity to do so. On the 18th of the month, we've got Mercury retro in your 6th house, and it's there till the 11th of July. On the 21st of the month, the Sun joins in, and also on the 21st, we've got a lovely solar eclipse happening in this 6th house. So we've got this romance and friendships and dreams and wishes being activated. And we've also got the 6th, 12th houses, which has to do with your health, your well-being, your work, and your private life, your inner world, the inner sanctuary. So this is an opportunity for new beginnings as far as your health is concerned. With Mercury retrograde, it's a good time for doing research, for studying something. You might be studying nutrition and health and well-being. You might be studying for exams or new skills to do with work. There could be a new opportunity in your work area. Perhaps something you've been working towards can come to fruition at this time. But certainly it's a renewal, it's a reboot point for your physical well-being and health. And here, the opposition here is saying to you, Aquarians, are you getting enough peaceful time? Are you recharging your batteries? Are you having a bath, if that's what you like? A massage, walking in nature, being with animals? What is it that takes you away from the everyday busyness of your world? So that you've got the balance between the body being activated, and this is more the soul activation. And then you want to bring the two together in harmony. So it's a wonderful month, lots of opportunities for really some wonderful changes for you. I thank you very much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subbing. Bye for now.